Happy Shaturday,
Shaturday!
everybody!
Welcaroos! Welcome to the show. It's VCR Party. Did we settle on them being Welcaroos?
Well, there's some debate. By the way, this is Saturday morning cartoons.
No, Nick. Let's get this. Don't tell them what this is.
Okay, you said it was VCR Party, so I was just trying to clarify for everybody before we got.
Carry on. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue.
All right. But yeah, there was some debate. Somebody's like, "What's just wrong with Welkers? Why Welkaroos? I mean, Melindas aren't Melinda-roos, you know." But I don't know. I don't mind Welkaroos.
Well, Melinda, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way just Melinda flows off the tongue, like Welker. If you're hello Welkers, and plus I thought it was Wes Welker before. I think it does. Yeah, I think it has to be cuter.
I think that that it not being cute is what I like about it. Like Welkers is like,
right,
incredibly not cartoonish or adorable.
Right. Hello Welkers. Hello Welkers. Welcome to the show, Welkers. Like that? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
very serious. Yeah. No. Well, Welkers and Welkaroos, welcome. We are.
Can we say this? Can we say they're Welkers with a Z at the end?
Ooh, yeah.
There we go. Caitlin liked that one.
Very nice.
Appeal to the millennials.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Welcome to the show. My name's Nick. That's Joe over there. George is with us, and Caitlin McGurk from the Billy Ireland Cartoon Library and Museum is back again. Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, great to be here.
Several people last week thought that Rambo the dog was a cat. But I want you to prove to everyone that Rambo is actually a dog that loves cereal.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm fairly certain that he's a dog.
Okay.
I'm not positive. Yeah. We did realize actually the other day that he could kind of have like Alf hair if we wanted to style it that way, you know, because he's got this weird little light like faux hawk going on. So.
Do you know does it exist like a dog styling gel for like dogs like top of their hair? Because if not, that might be our ticket out of this hellhole, everybody.
As a sponsor, you mean?
No, like we invent it. Like we just stop recording right now and we go and invent it.
Okay.
Good idea. Great
George,
idea.
Look it up. See if there's dog styling gel. So what's everybody eating for cereal this week?
So I'm going to do an unboxing here. Somebody sent this. This showed up on my desk. Nick, did you put it on my desk?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I found that cereal and sent it to.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to do an unboxing because it still hasn't been opened yet. It's probably really old, right?
No, I think it's within the last year, but it's Canadian.
Oh.
So it came from Canada. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to unbox because there's something at the bottom of the box that I thought would be kind of fun to.
This is exciting. I didn't know that.
Look, see, and they do the smart thing. They put it on the outside of the plastic, the thing that should be in it, instead of digging your hand into the food. And by the way, look at the cereal. That doesn't. That just gives me a stomach ache just looking at it.
It's sort of vomit pink with some marshmallows in it.
Yeah. That's. And I'll pour myself a bowl in a second. Huh?
Is that a Pantone color, vomit pink? I'm
yeah, it's a Crayola.
So. Yeah. All right, so here's what I got. Who's that?
That's awesome.
Oh, Adam Bomb.
Adam Bomb, yeah.
Yeah.
And then who's that one? Oh, Acne Ann, we'll say.
Yeah, sure, Acne Ann.
Is that Zelda?
Why isn't there a name on it?
Yeah, it doesn't have her name.
No, I wonder if. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, Zitty Zelda, maybe.
Yeah.
You have to try the cereal though. Tell us how it is.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe it's with. I don't think it's that old. I think it's fairly new, according to the.
Okay.
Like I didn't purchase it used.
You guys go ahead and tell what you're making. I'll pour myself a bowl. Or
I decided to do a bit of a comparison here. So I've got family size Funfetti cereal here, and this is the third brand of Funfetti related cereal that I've had. I had a couple weeks ago. I had Dunkaroos, which is like the exact same thing, and then I think before that I had this, which is the same thing too. It's birthday cake confetti cereal. So there's three different, and they're all blue cake cereals. And I'm going to declare it right now. Funfetti is the best.
Is it generic? It looks like a generic brand.
No, Funfetti is like Duncan Hines or Pillsbury.
Yeah, oh, okay. You're in good hands. All right.
Yeah, and it is the sweetest of these cereals, and that's why, therefore, it's the best. So.
Okay.
It doesn't look very fun. It's just like plain like corn pops or something.
No, do you see how it has the confetti in here?
Oh,
so
yeah.
Funfetti is like a cake, and they also have a frosting that has like sprinkles in it. So it's
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe they should call it Dulfetti.
No,
right?
it's fun.
I mean, like
it's fun. Trust me on
Okay.
that. Caitlin, what do you have? What's Rambo trying to eat this week?
Yeah, so I decided to go with this maybe slightly healthier cereal because of this issue, so that he doesn't get the tragically delicious disease that we know George got when he ate too many Lucky Charms. So this week I went with a bagged cereal, Honey Nut Scooters. I ate a lot of, these like no frills bagged cereals when I was a kid, and I just really liked the name Honey Nut Scooters.
That is great.
That's my burlesque name.
Yeah. And also it's like a resealable and reusable bag. So if I've learned anything from my grandparents is that, I could use this to store other stuff after.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I always skipped over the plastic bags in the cereal aisle. I needed boxed cereal, but I don't know. You're making me rethink that. It looks like that could double as a pillow or something.
Yeah, and if you're on a budget, works.
Yeah.
And George, what do you have this week?
This week I'm trying something new. This is Welkaroos, the first cereal that apparently when you crunch it, okay, you can hear the sounds that Frank Welker, voice master extraordinaire, has made in the past. So I'm gonna try on it.
Okay. Oh, it was a dog and a cat, and it got really kind of fuzzy for a minute. But
Can we say it one more time, George? And then let's
No.
Okay, all right.
I can't get those things all together again.
Okay.
But that
We'll
is
fix it in post.
That is a great gimmick for a cereal, though. It makes all of Frank Welker's animal and monster sounds while you crunch it. That's great. And it did look like the same cereal as Dunkaroos and Funfetti.
Really?
I don't see the similarity.
No?
The only problem that I see is that they spelled Welkaroos wrong. There's a Z at the end of Welkaroos. So that's the only thing I see wrong with it. Otherwise, it looks like a great cereal.
Well, that's how we can get away with Welkaroos because of the copyright on the Z.
Oh, okay. That's it. Okay. All right.
Frank Welker, if you're watching, we want you on the show, and we have a cereal for you. All right.
Yes,
how is it, Joe?
Okay. I'm going to take my bite, and then we'll dive into this week's Shaturday morning cartoon. All right. Here. And look at this is the lone marshmallow in my bowl here. I mean,
it really skimped on the marshmallows.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh. Okay. All right. It's not as bad as Batman.
Yeah.
Not exactly fresh. It has almost a grape nuts consistency to it. But I'm going to continue eating it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it was an exclusive from like a website or something. That's why it's not.
Well, in the plastic bag that it's encased in is really weird. It's not like your typical.
Oh.
Almost like a Ziploc bag.
Oh, it doesn't have like a stay fresh seal.
Nah.
It looks like Pop Rocks or something.
It does. Yeah. It's about as crunchy as Pop Rocks too. So.
All right, we'll see how that goes. And today's cartoon is Life with Louie. And this was a Caitlin pick. Caitlin, why'd you choose Life with Louie based on every child's favorite comedian, Louie Anderson?
Well, actually, yeah, no, I do. I remember watching this one, so I'm excited for that to see how well I'm sure it's aged. And I love Louie Anderson. I'm like kind of a sucker for a tooth gap. I like a good tooth gap,
Oh yeah.
Anyone with a tooth, it's just so charming.
David Letterman.
Yeah. So
he is one of the best, one of the biggest.
I got a cosmetic tooth gap. I had normal teeth, and then I
had them.
I wonder if anybody's ever actually done that. A cosmetic tooth gap.
I mean, it is like a thing. Like there's I think Les Blanc documentary.
Yeah.
It's
great. Yeah.
Specifically about this. Like
exactly.
I
think it's extremely charming and and also I just love Louie Anderson and wanted to see how it held up.
Well, so this is 1995. It actually aired in prime time on Fox, the first 2 episodes, and then moved to Saturday mornings for the next 2 seasons. So there's about 30 episodes. And when it was in prime time, was it more adult? Was it geared more towards adults or kids? Not really. It's kind of has a King of the Hill feel. It's like it's about a kid who's sensitive and it's about real emotional things. They tackle homelessness and being overweight and all those things. But it just is a weird combo because I don't think Louie Anderson was a lot of kids' favorite comedians. But here's Louie Anderson from Minnesota, so he's a Midwesterner, and here's the cartoon Louie from Life with Louie. And it's almost grotesque. It's it's you know how like they say when you're animating, I know in The Simpsons they say just make as few lines as possible because every extra line you have to add like a wrinkle or something the animator has to draw every time, and it's hard. But they decided to give him bags under his eyes as an 8-year-old kid, which added challenge and made him pretty ugly.
I mean, it looks like Peter Lorre or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't look like you want to be friends with him. But Nick, I've seen some you in this. Some you as a kid in this.
Yeah, I mean, he was an overweight kid, but it's based on Louie Anderson's real story, which he was. He had the mom in the cartoon is played by Edie McClurg, of course. They transplant him from Minnesota to Wisconsin, a fictional town called Cedar Knoll, Wisconsin, and in the show, Louie is this sensitive 8-year-old kid. He has a dad who's like a former World War II veteran, and is kind of I guess they sort of sugarcoated what his real dad was like because his real dad apparently was a pretty big jerk and wasn't great to the kids. But he had 10 brothers and sisters growing up. Wow. So it was a family of 11, and I was not a Louie fan until Baskets came out.
Same here.
And I made me see him in a totally different light. It made me see him as from, a fairly standard 80s comedian to this guy's an incredible actor. Like, have you seen Baskets?
Yeah, I'm watching season 2 right now. I'm finishing up season 2. No, I actually just started season 3. And now I feel like the show is more about his character than it is that Galifianakis's character.
Yeah, it started off with it being kind of like a funny like character. Yeah. Now it's like she has a real pathos and like her arc is as important as.
Did he win did Louie Anderson win he did win something.
He won an Emmy, and Life with Louie actually won 3 Emmys as a cartoon. So it's actually got some pedigree here. It was highly rated, enough so that there were toys. Dairy Queen, Taco Bell. These are Taco Bell toys that were Life with Louie. This is a compass that you could get. And here's a Life with Louie watch. And there's one more unusual tie-in that we'll play during the commercial break. But so the episode I picked out was from season 2. And by the way, Louie Anderson also the only white guy in Coming to America. He was I just heard an interview with Arsenio Hall where he said the studio made them they said if it's an all black cast, no one will watch it. So we got to bring one white guy. And he's like, well, let's bring in Louie because he was friends with them from comedy clubs. And he played the McDowell's manager, I think.
Yeah. And he's in the new one too. I just watched it. Yeah.
Came back for the new one. So, so Louie in this one has a catchphrase, which is all right. Not a great catchphrase, I gotta say.
But surprisingly, it hadn't been taken.
No, I know. Weirdly,
it seems like that should have been taken.
Yeah. So the episode I picked out, even though it has nothing to do with the time we're in or anything, it was called Go Packers, and it's all about growing up in a family of Packer fans and him not being a football fan. And I thought that at least applied to Joe and I growing up, and
this might speak to us.
They might speak to us, and we get some Wisconsin references and some Packer references. So let's take a look at Life with Louie, Go Packers.
Caitlin, have you seen this episode?
Let me tell you about my family.
Hey, here we go, now it's bedtime again. Let's take a look and see what's happening. Roller coaster ride, no surprise. It's Life with Louie, Louie, Louie. Life with Louie, Louie, Louie. It's Life with
The tooth gap is even more extreme in the animated version.
It's almost like he's a vampire.
I have a feeling this is like going to be very different than any other Shaturday cartoon.
I think it is. It's not adult, but it's not like the animation's pretty good, and it aired at prime time at one point. So yeah,
and I'm guessing we're not like genuinely sweet and like I don't know. Might be a different take.
It's not terrible.
I'm guessing we're not going to see any Welker in here. I'm guessing we're not going to see like any like music jams in the middle of it.
No,
right? Okay.
Unfortunately, but I think you'll enjoy it.
Every family has its own traditions. Outdoor barbecues, summer vacations by the lake.
What's the
Uncle Monty
plan?
wearing golf pants.
There was no clean version of this. There were never any DVDs made except for some in the UK, and so the only version is this one on YouTube, which has that watermark on it.
Thanksgiving dinner. At my house, the most sacred of all these traditions was Sunday football games with the Green Bay Packers. And everyone loved watching them.
You call that defense? If I would have defended my country like that, we'd all be eating sauerkraut for breakfast.
Is that Louie Anderson's voice?
Yeah, Louie does the voice of the dad, too. Yeah.
Okay.
Night
I don't know.
Dog of Justice.
Yes. Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and that's a recurring reference. Like in one episode, there's a cereal based on Night Sniffer, and yeah. But it's hard to decide who's more irritating, the dad's voice or Louie's voice. He does both.
And Nick, just from a Packer from the Packer standpoint, what year was this? I'm trying to picture the Packer game that he's watching.
This was '96, so it was probably the year leading up to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sweet.
On that note,
that's why he's so excited.
When's lunch?
What kind of Packer fan are you?
A hungry one.
You know, Louie, you'll never make the team with an attitude like that.
Make the team do what?
Make the team. Play football. Become a Packer.
Louie's gonna be a Packer?
You got that right. A linebacker like Nitschke.
Andy, he's only 8 years old.
Nonsense, you gotta get them when they're young. Who was that kid who was playing piano there when he was 3?
Mozart?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Mozart was a Packer?
The point is, I've got tickets to next week's game. And it's your turn to come with me this year.
Can I come
This
too?
is a solid joke
Well,
writing.
Tommy,
Yeah.
You know your father can only afford 2 tickets a year.
I'll bring you next year, son. You're next in line.
Hey, that's not fair. Just because I'm older doesn't mean I should get to do all the fun things.
Maybe Tommy should stay up later and get a bigger allowance, too. What do you think of that, kid?
Like I always say, go Packers!
That's the spirit, Louie.
Just remember the rules, Andy. 2 Andersons go to the game. 2 Andersons
He's
come
a righteous
home from the
dude.
game.
What are you talking about? Sid came home.
Thanks to that kindly parking attendant.
What happened?
Your father was so determined to get on
The
the
delivery,
field and
it's
meet
so
Coach
irritating.
Vince that he
Yeah.
left poor little Sid all alone.
Alone? The stadium was packed.
The worst part is, your father didn't even realize he'd left him behind.
No, the worst part is I never got to meet Coach Vince.
Andy.
Interception. Oh, no. I should never take my eyes off that TV.
It was then I realized the Packer game with Dad was inevitable. Pass the potatoes, please, Dad.
That was a heck of a game. Oh. Reminds me.
It kind of reminds me of Tom Arnold, just the drawing,
Yeah.
which is also confusing.
In my own days on the field. Did I ever tell you boys about the Anderson riffle?
There was 1 second on the clock.
We were down by 6.
Come on, kids. I want to show you how it's done.
Oh, Andy, not in the house.
That's the problem with this. Got no
I also like his
skin.
stomach and his skinny
What am I going
legs.
to tell
Yeah.
Coach Vince? And my own flesh and blood doesn't
kinda
even
feel like
give a
that's how I'm
hoot
gonna
about
look
Packer football.
But Dad, you've never even gotten close to Coach Vince.
Did General Patton ever surrender?
No.
Did MacArthur ever retreat?
No.
Am I gonna give up on trying to meet Vince? Not on your life, Louie. Now watch closely, boys. I've got it all set up for the Anderson riffle. Go, go!
Oh, yes, I remember these. We have one of these.
See? Works every time.
Yeah, right, Dad.
Wow, Louie, where'd you get the Packer program?
My dad. He wants me to memorize everything in it.
It's just names, numbers, and stats.
Huh. Like there's stuff in there you don't already know?
You know, Bart Starr,
Number 15.
6'1", 200 pounds.
57% completion percentage?
How do you guys know all this stuff?
They're the Packers.
What's so great about the Packers anyhow?
Other than Bart Starr, there's Coach Vince, Paul Hornick, Ray Nitschke.
They're the
Bless
only
you.
publicly owned
Very
team
funny,
in
Louie.
professional
You're
sports.
talking about
in
a
small
football
city.
team. How ridiculous.
And this is a dog who solves crimes.
He can't hear you,
Don't
Nick.
sound like you're much of a Packer fan, Louie.
I have no choice. My dad's taking me to the game Sunday.
Wow!
Really? You are so lucky, Louie.
Just think, you'll be at the game with the real fans while the rest of us stay home and watch it on TV.
Fine. Rub it in.
I did feel pressure in school where people would be talking about the Packers before I was like a true fan, like maybe like grade school, and they would like quiz and ask questions about it and I wouldn't know. So I kind of identified with Louie here.
Is that like what it's like being a young boy in Wisconsin? Like
Yes.
everyone's hardcore Packers fan?
Yeah, you have to be. Yep.
Yes, but I didn't know. I didn't get that kind of pressure. But I think my brothers did. My brothers backlashed, and my brothers hate the Packers now. And I think it's because they were brought up around the time when they were in the Super Bowl, and all the dummies around them were, talking about the Packers.
But
so,
they like
I don't
sports, though, right?
But they like sports. They love sports.
They chose another Super Bowl winning team, the Broncos, to like
who beat the Packers. So I almost feel like it's trolling, maybe a little bit of trolling, but then also they love John Elway. And
Caitlin, were you ever pressured to be a football fan growing up on Long Island?
I mean, I was like mostly raised by my dad and my brother, and they're huge New York Giants fans. So like I was surrounded by it, but I feel like I got away with not having to give a shit, and I still don't. I mean, I like the Mets. I like baseball a little bit more, if anything. But
is there any comfort? Do you have any comfort in sitting on the couch and watching football on a Sunday? Like if you don't.
Literally zero. And I come from like a very loud New York family, so there's like so much yelling that happens.
See, I thought maybe some of that would but I guess not.
Were you guys sports fans when you were, Louie's age, or actually not?
Yeah, sixth grade, I became a huge Packer fan. Once I understood how the game worked, then I never missed a game. And my dad took me to Brett Favre's first game where he came in for an injured Don Mikowski, and I have a lot of memories from that. So yeah, it's required growing up inWisconsin. George?
Yeah, I was brought up with three boys, two brothers. Like there are three of us, and so it was very competitive, and so we were always playing sports. And,
Got it. I bet George was a jock.
Thanks. In 7th grade, I joined the football team for all of 2 days.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I'm in the 7th grade yearbook beside the football team. I'm the only one not wearing a jersey, but I am holding a Snickers bar. So,
what? Pull up that photo. Come on. Go
find that photo by the end of this episode.
Yeah.
I don't have it. Next time I'm in Pennsylvania, I'll find it.
Okay.
What position did you play? Were you?
I was center.
Were you in charge of vending?
2 days. Yes, I was. I was the one who was used as an object lesson. Don't end up like him.
Right. Okay. Right.
Okay. Here's more of Louie. Look at this grotesque drawing.
It's game day.
That looks like a Garbage Pail Kid.
Yeah.
And it's freezing.
Freezing. With the wind chill, it's only 30 below.
I want that animated still.
Yes.
I've never had a desire to get an animated still until now.
Also, like, I would run away from home if my dad sounded like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I could live there.
They shouldn't give him so many lines. They really shouldn't.
Yeah.
Of course, it's
hard to listen to
weather.
both.
The lightweights from Chicago are probably used to only 15 below. They're gonna get ice.
What about us?
Don't worry about a thing, Louie. I got something for the cold.
Thanks.
Right, Nitschke.
He looks like Marty, didn't he?
Come on, son. Let's see what you look like. You look great, kid. I wish I had a camera. All right, let's get down to breakfast.
So, roughly speaking, Mom, when do you think we'll be home?
Well, dear, the game usually takes 3 to 4 hours.
Come on, Louie. We better hit the road.
Hey, Louie, if you don't come back, can I have your room? Here you go, my little Packer fans. I packed you a lunch.
Sandwiches, cookies, potato chips. It was the first ray of hope in an otherwise grim-looking expedition.
Hot chocolate to keep you and Dad warm and toasted.
Happy day.
Oh, Louie, you look just like Dirty Harry.
Stay home.
Yeah.
I mean, that does sound interminable, doesn't it?
I'm
Like,
just
if you got to go see something for 4 hours that you don't want to see.
Yeah, when I watch the games on Sunday and have to explain to my girlfriend, like, she's like, how long is it? I'm like, about 4 hours. She's like, what?
If I had to go to anything that I did, like a ballet or something, like, and they're like it's 4 hours, I'd be like, fuck that.
Yeah,
No
even a good movie, 4 hours is pushing it.
But this has prepared you for a life of tedium, Joe.
It's true.
The 4
It's
hours.
true. There is a lot of tedium. There's a lot of commercials.
Yeah.
Commercials. There's jingles. Exactly.
TV timeouts.
Sports.
Why did they? I'm confused about why they keep like referring to him not coming home. Like, is it dangerous at a football game or something?
I think last time he forgot to bring home the other kid, and then somebody had a friend had to go bring him back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Packers!
Go soak your hand.
Kids can be surly and whiny in real life. I don't know that they make the best protagonists.
How many seasons? How many seasons for this one? 3 seasons? Wow, that's pretty good.
30+ episodes.
I feel like most kids wouldn't get a lot of these jokes or like the cynicism.
That's why I say it's more like King of the Hill.
Yeah.
I'm with him. I'd never seen anything like it.
I like that joke. They both open the car doors. He parks in the narrowest spot, and then you hear.
I'd never seen anything like it. People greeting each other with open arms and plates full of food. Suddenly, I felt like
this makes me want to go to a Packer game.
Hurry up, Louie. It's game time.
But Dad, there's barbecued pork over here. It's free.
Hey, kid, don't forget to enter the punt, pass, and kick contest.
Whoa. Where do I sign up?
The worst voice. That voice did. Nick, back it up. That voice did not match.
What? Where he said, "Whoa."
No, the guy who said the punt, pass, and kick. Back it up to that.
Oh. Yeah, and also it sounds like it was recorded in like a bathroom. It's really echoey too. All right, here we go.
Listen.
Hey, kid, don't forget to enter the punt, pass, and kick contest.
Whoa. Where do I sign up?
It was like not an actor. I feel like they gave it to a writer or something.
Right.
Or somebody won a contest.
Yeah. An animation supervisor or something. Yeah.
It probably was a Fox Kids like contest or something to get a part.
Why'd they make it look like an old guy from Green Bay?
Yeah.
Supposed to be like, all right, kid, you go in with blah blah blah.
Or
you can have one disposable line.
Yeah. He looks like a flasher in the trench coat.
Hey, kid, don't forget to enter the punt, pass, and kick contest.
Whoa. Where do I sign up?
But can you pause one more time? Sorry. I just got to ask. I can just have this on my head. Do flashers still exist? Or was that like an 80s thing?
They definitely still exist.
Yeah, ask any woman who takes the subway.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they wear
I don't think trench coats are still a thing.
It's like shorts that reveal testicles on purpose. Sometimes there's some like pulling of the pants down that I've heard.
How do you know this, Nick?
Girlfriends have told me. They're like, it happened again. And yeah, so it does happen.
Okay. There's a flasher like in our neighborhood, like a known.
Really?
Flasher.
In Columbus?
Yeah. There's like 2 coffee shops near us that he targets. So, I mean, it's also, I live in a college town, right? So there's like all these young college girls studying at these coffee shops. And this guy, likes to frequent them and flash people. So it definitely is still a thing. Yeah.
It's still a thing. Okay.
It's a big turn on for college girls, though, I think.
It is. Yeah.
I'm so glad I asked. Now I'm depressed, but I'm so glad I asked. They don't flash me.
Does he wear a trench coat? Do you know, Caitlin? Is that still a thing?
I do think he wears it's like a jacket, but I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But he knows he's in the neighborhood and people know him. Why would he continue to flash people?
He gets arrested for like a day, you don't serve serious time usually for flashing. So I think
it's like another $65 I gotta pay and yeah.
All right, I think our seats are up there.
Stick with me, kid. I'll teach you a thing or two. Never let a ticket come between you and a great seat. Look, the invincible one. Louie, that man is a legend. One day they're gonna name a trophy after him.
Dad, you're not gonna try and meet him again this year, are ya?
Are you kidding? All I have to do is catapult over the railing, sneak past the guards, crawl under the bench, and then...
It's kind of a mixture of old Packers,
good plan, Dad.
He's got the Nitschke jersey.
May I see your tickets, please?
I'm sorry, sir.
Another
You're gonna
great
have to
voice.
move. Your seats are up there.
Like, compare this crowd animation to the one we watched. What was the Pro Stars with the basketball?
I'm
It
sorry,
was so
sir.
bad. Like, with the
Oh.
crowd, they just drew like circles and then just had them move. Like, they actually drew probably 16 to 20 people here, right?
Yeah, look, there's a cheesehead hat.
Yeah,
Right
there's
there.
some detail here.
You're
They
gonna have to
tried.
move. Your seats are up there.
Everybody's fat.
Sorry about that.
That's
Mrs.
all
Mitchell.
accurate so far.
Here you go.
This is outrageous. This is un-American.
Here we are, Dad. The Andersons have landed.
I may as well be sitting in France.
Excuse me, pardon me, Packer fans coming through.
Crush him! Pound him! Slaughter him!
Come to think of it, I might be safer wandering the parking lot. Great seats, Dad. I can't see a thing.
Here, Louie. Try these. Always work for spotting the enemy.
Whoopee.
Come here, let me help you out, kid.
Oh, that's okay, Dad. You can use them. Besides, I need both hands to keep warm.
What are you talking about? The sun's out.
The coldest I've ever been in my life is at a
You
Packer.
gotta be kidding me.
Hey, Louie,
Kind of metal
Coach
seat.
Vince, looking up
Yeah,
this
same
way.
here.
Dance! 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 Dance!
National anthem.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That's better.
And there's
This is fun.
Oh, whoops. I lost another one. I don't know how those French women managed to make a meal out of this.
Speaking of the French, did I tell you what happened to my mother-in-law yesterday?
Oh, you mean the one that lives in Memphis?
She was at the Piggly Wiggly when who should she spot? But Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley? Oh, my.
There he was,
W.
stuffing his cart full of peanut butter and bananas.
He ought to learn to eat better. Or mark my words, that man's gonna blow up like a balloon.
Elvis fat?
Elvis
Never.
Never.
There's the pass. Look out!
Come on, boys. hit 'em
Great
hard.
voices. Great voices.
Yep. It must have taken place. This must be like during like period, because if they're talking about Elvis still being alive, it must have been like the 60s or.
Well, I was wondering if this is before or after Fargo, because they really went for that Fargo accent on there, which the
It
Fargo accent is very exaggerated. Of the
It was
Midwestern.
95. Fargo was 90.
Right around then. I think it was
Six,
like
I
maybe
think.
96.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking good, Dad.
Hey, lots here. Peanuts here. Oh, popcorn over here. Try yelling at the players, Louie.
What for? I have no idea what's going on.
All right, son. You see the two end zones at either end of the field? Think of those as two huge donut stores.
Do they have jelly filled?
They've got everything. That's why all the players are trying to get in. But you can't get in without the
Arf.
key. And the
Yep.
key is the football.
That's football?
That's football.
It's Jordy
Come on,
Nelson.
Packers! Crush them, powder them, deep fry them, glaze them, jelly them. All right!
He drops back. Loose ball. Jagers dives for it. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears,
Dad, they're eating our donuts.
You're right, Louie. We've got to do something.
Where are you going?
I've got to get down there and teach Vince how to run the Anderson riffle. You wait here.
blowing out of their socks to get back in the game.
Okay, we'll stop it there.
Oh, I'm genuinely into this.
Now, Caitlin, since you had seen this before, and I don't think any of us had, is this how you remember it?
I think I don't remember a lot about it except for I remember mostly episodes that took place at his school. And I know he has a bully who always like called him like loogie or like loser, like like made fun of his name, and that's really what I remember was the bullying.
Yeah, I did watch some episodes with that. There's a lot more episodes with like like with him with his family. This one just happened to catch my eye, but there were a lot that took place in the school, or like he has a crush, things like that. So
it just didn't feel like there were many cartoons back then that really got cynicism and sarcasm right, and it feels like this one is.
Yeah,
like he definitely has. Yeah, he definitely has a point of view in this. Like he probably was actually raised in a family full of Packer fans, and it was probably irritated him, and like he remembered all those observations. And yeah, I mean it's not your typical Saturday morning cartoon.
No.
They did bring him on to do some promotion for other Fox things. So remember when the Simpsons had the contest to win the Simpsons house? They made an actual house look like the one on Evergreen Terrace. It was in
Sounds
Nevada.
familiar.
Yeah, and I entered. You had to buy like a bunch of 12 packs to enter. So I entered as often as I could. Did
12
not
packs
win.
of what?
I think it was either Diet Pepsi or a soda that I didn't drink. So
the promotion worked on you.
Oh, absolutely. And then the woman who won the contest wasn't a Simpsons fan, and so they completely repainted it and changed it all. And she sold the house. And I was like, what is the point?
I love that Nick followed up on all this. Like, if you enter a contest, how many people actually follow up to see who actually won it?
Well, they did a little thing on that during the Simpsons break where they're like, and this person won. It was like an old lady, and like she clearly wasn't a Simpsons fan. It's like, give it to somebody who deserves it.
Like Nick Pruer.
Yeah. Well, here's Louie promoting that contest.
Hello? Anyone home? Jeez, who are these people? Oh my gosh. You need a course in child safety. A person could get hurt here. You have to be like a Navy SEAL to be able to get
Now get ready for a screaming good time on an all-new Ultimate Goosebumps coming up next as Louie Live of The Simpsons continues on Fox Kids. And find out if you've won the real-life home of The Simpsons by watching their season premiere this Sunday, 8/7 Central on Fox. And now, let's get back to the show.
Nothing like a little spring cleaning.
I guarantee if you would have won that house, you would still be living in it. And
Absolutely.
It would be exactly the same.
I would make it a tourist attraction and charge admission. But here's what it looks like. I actually
filthy rich.
I went on like a hiking trip in Nevada a couple years ago, and I stopped by the house, and that's what it looks like now. This is in Henderson, Nevada. It's really boring. You can see the guts of it.
Oh.
And I was not happy about what they did to that house. So I gave them a piece of my mind. But yeah, so and the other here's a Louie fun fact I had was that he was cast in the pilot of Perfect Strangers as Balky's cousin in Chicago, and he shot the pilot, and then the network watched it and they're like, oh, we don't like the chemistry between you and Brunson Pinchot, so they cast Mark Lynn Baker instead, and the show went 8 seasons.
No
Poor
shit.
Louie couldn't catch a break on that.
I think he came out ahead. I really like his career, the trajectory of his career. He got a Saturday morning cartoon. He's got a great show later in life too. You know, playing a woman, playing a mom. That's like, I don't know.
We've curated some special commercials. George, what's the theme this week?
The theme is the name Louie. All these commercials feature the name Louie. Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
My Charleston Chew is chewy. Louie. Oh, it is chewy, Louie. Louie?
Light nougat and a chocolatey coating make Charleston Chew
Quite chocolatey and delightfully chewy. And you, Louie?
Yeah, Charleston Chew is chewy, Louie. But not too chewy.
That's why great people find great pleasure chewing Charleston Chew by Nabisco.
I'm looping Louie, Louie.
This game is legitimately
fun. On your farm, scaring chickens off your barn.
Like it's a drinking game. Like at board game conventions, people buy this and play it late to like 2 a.m, like adults.
Really? Louie, I'm out of control. Do it.
They made a Star Wars version called Loop and Chewie.
And Louie's out of control.
The Millennium Falcon.
Knock him back up in the air, because if he scares off all your chickens, you're out.
Loopin' Louie, Loopin' Louie. I'm flying around your farm, scaring chickens off your barn. I'm Loopin' Louie.
So wait. It's a guy in an airplane that goes through and catches chickens?
Yeah, he's barnstorming chickens, and he's trying to knock them out. And he's kind of flying out of controls, but you have a bumper. So as he's flying around, you can bump him up. and get him out of your way, but then he does a nosedive occasionally and you can't avoid him.
But thematically, what's his motivation? Like, why does he want to? Does he want to steal the chickens so he can eat them later?
I think he's an out of control pilot, and he just happens to be running into your chickens.
Oh, okay. Just sucks at flying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good question, though.
No.
All right.
Louie, the game where you pick Louie's out of Louie's. No wrong. But if you pick the wrong Gooey, Louie's brains pop out. But you must have this Louie Bros game. Louie comes with everything you see here.
I don't think that one took
You've
off.
laughed with Louie. Now you can eat with Louie. And Mom, Dad, and Tommy, too.
Looks exactly like
New Life with Louie pasta shapes from Franco-American.
Oh, yes. The voice of your favorite whiny toddler. Brought to life in your spaghetti bowl.
It looks exactly like it.
Yep. Yeah, there's Louie. I'd recognize him anywhere.
Like when the Italians invented pasta, I don't think they actually invented pasta, but I think this is what they had in mind, right?
One day my creation will be in the shape of a comedian as a little kid.
In an animated cartoon that lasts 3 seasons.
He's a big man who's a big whiny baby when he's at 8 years old.
He's a very cynical.
The dad will get the pasta shape too.
With Louie. And Mom, Dad, and Tommy, too.
What are you so excited about?
New Life with Louie pasta shapes from Franco-American.
Now brighten up everyone's day with the new wild and wacky singing, talking Louie the Largemouth Bass.
Yes,
Sounds
I
a bit
remember this.
fishy to me.
Louie the Largemouth Bass can be set to activate automatically by motion sensor or can be activated manually. The built-in easel
Who
lets you
has
display
C
him
batteries?
proudly, or your bass can be hung easily on any wall surface. With the extra mounting plaque, you can
I
even
remember it
customize
saying
this
"Take me to
prize
the
catch.
river," and I was like, "How did they license
to order
that?
Louie the
How did the
Largemouth
talking
Bass
heads
for
be like,
only
okay?
$19.99 plus shipping. Don't let Louie slip away. Call now to catch Louie the Largemouth Bass for only $19.99.
Hey, I'm Louie Burke. And I'm Rocky Burke. This Thursday, see the World Middleweight Championship live.
Thomas the Hitman Hearns takes on Juan the Hammer Roldan in the championship left open by Sugar Ray Leonard.
You and your friends can see this pay-per-view event live from Las Cruces TV cable.
It's only $19.95 if you order now, or $24.95 if you order the day of the fight.
Call 523-2531 to see World Championship Boxing now.
I want you guys to reenact that when we're all back at the office.
That's a good commercial.
It was so awkward.
Oh, that's my new favorite. Wow, well curated, George. Well curated.
Yeah, that was good. I was like, what should we do for a theme? And George's like, on it. I got all Louie commercials. Okay, there's enough.
Local
Sure.
Louie boxing commercials. Got it. Perfect.
By the way, I picked one. I forgot to show this up top, but I was thinking comedians are nothing without microphones. And I remembered 1981. One of my earliest memories is asking for a Mr. Microphone. Do you remember the commercial for that? The Ronco thing where it didn't work very well, but you could tune your radio to a certain station and broadcast just to your own radio. So it'd amplify your voice.
I remember it from the Simpsons episode, but I don't remember seeing the actual commercial.
Yeah, we got one Christmas and it never worked, but here's the commercial.
Hey, this Christmas party is getting a little too quiet. I think it's time we liven it up with my favorite Christmas gift, Mr. Microphone.
Hey, what's that?
Well, you set the dial on your FM radio and testing.
Hey, I'm on the radio.
These kids are having a fabulous time with Mr. Microphone, the cordless microphone that actually puts your voice on the radio. There are no attaching wires, so you're free to move around. Broadcast over any FM car radio.
Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later.
Professional entertainers use Mr. Microphone for rehearsing.
And for harassment.
I got one.
I got one.
I got one.
I got one. I got one. I
So many people have one, it's a problem.
and I love it.
It's practical and great fun for the whole family. And they're only $16.88. Mr. Microphone, buy
Here's
2 or 3,
price.
they really make great Christmas gifts.
Mr. Microphone.
Why did they have to gender the microphone? You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It
Also-
was anatomically correct. We got one, and yeah, I don't know why they had that feature.
I don't think I've ever purchased anything for $16.88 before.
You really should. It feels great. Just to
Also,
pop on that exact
there's that line from The Simpsons, that Simpsons episode I was talking about. Hey, good looking, we'll be back to pick you up later. Like,
Yes.
that's from that Simpsons episode.
Yeah, exactly. So clearly
Yeah.
the writers remembered that commercial too.
Yeah.
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
All right, let's get back to Louie at the Packer game and go Packers.
He jumps stiff on. Oh, and he is
Down driver.
You came back for me.
Of course not. We've got more guards down there this year.
Attention, all participants in the punt, pass, and kick competition, please report to the field.
We better get down there, Louie. It's time to show them what you got.
What, frostbite?
You're gonna enter the contest.
But, Dad...
Don't worry, Louie. You were born for this. You're an Anderson.
Oh, that puts me at ease.
I like that walking animation.
Sorry, pal.
Go back, I didn't see it.
He's down the steps. He's almost kind of like loping or...
Anderson.
Oh, that puts me at
Oh, that's
ease.
pretty good.
Here come the future. Sorry, pal. Kids only.
I'm a kid at heart.
Yeah, nice try, Junior. Back to your seat. Hi.
Hey, your dad put you up to this?
Yeah.
Mine too.
Tell me about it. Packers this, Packers that. Driving me crazy.
Well, good luck.
You too.
He's kind of got Dari.
There's an interesting throw. Oh, man, that was beautiful. Well, folks, file that one under. Nice try. There's the kick. Look at that thing fly. Next, we have place kicking.
Tough things to animate.
Oh, through the goalposts. I believe we have a winner in the house. Congratulations. Let's give a big hand to our winner.
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks. But I don't know how I'm ever going to tell my dad I don't want to play pro ball.
You don't?
No. I want to be a flutist.
Musicians are good, but I doubt you could throw a flute that far. You should think about it.
Think so?
Hands off. That one's for the coach.
Hey, you bring water to Coach Vince?
Yeah. I'm a water boy. That's what water boys do.
That was good.
Great.
Attention, the
A
owner
lot of these
of
people
a
seem
beat-up
like
Green Rambler,
not
your
professional
lunch
actors.
And your tires flat too.
Everybody that isn't Louie.
Yeah.
Okay, troops, so we're surrounded. But we're not giving up, because I've got a plan. Now bring it in. Let's see, I need your hat, and your camera, and
Bundt cake, anyone?
Did I ever tell you what happened to me when I visited my sister in California?
I'll just go percolate some coffee.
I was at the Brown Derby when who should sit down in the booth next to mine but John Wayne. Ooh, is he as handsome as Elvis? Absolutely dreamy.
Goodness.
I wonder if Aura has ever met
I think the
anyone
B
famous.
plot is that she's jealous.
I don't know. Let's ask. Coffee?
Of what?
Aura,
Of
you've
all
been
her
very
friends'
quiet this
friends knowing
afternoon.
famous people.
Surely someone in your family has had a brush with a celebrity.
No, I don't believe so. Although I have chatted with Anne Margaret from the Dairy Freeze.
all right, move aside. Reporter here.
Hold it right there, pal. Where do you think you're going?
Just doing my job.
Doing your job, huh? Yeah, funny, I never seen you here before. Tell me, who's the Packers' all-time leader in receptions?
Don Hudson with 488.
How many points did Paul Hornick score in 61?
He's a 146.
What's Ray Nitschke's favorite movie?
The new Rockney story.
Sorry, pal, sound the music. Let's get you back to your real seat, okay? Come on,
Hey, I gotta get to the coach. I can win this
Poor
game.
Dad. Once again, he failed
I
to
like
get
the-
the
I like the
riffle.
thing happening in the
to Coach
background.
Vin.
Yeah, him getting escorted back.
Yeah,
to
you don't
there.
normally see things happening in the background.
Yeah.
Poor Dad. Once again, he failed to get the riffle to Coach Vince. I thought, perhaps, I could give it a shot.
If nothing else, this cartoon's
Looking a
going to
little
be a lot of
tired there,
gifts
buddy.
for the
What do
next
you
Packer
want?
season.
Can I give it a go?
Yeah, right.
Well, I kind of want to watch this before every Packer.
Get pumped.
Yeah, get pumped.
One apiece, don't spill. Okay, that's enough for you.
This is it. It's time to find out what you're made of. Time to send those bears back to Chi-Town with their tails between their legs. Time to...
That sounds like Matt LaFleur, all right.
Coach needs water.
Hey, that's my kid next to Vince. He's gonna give him the play. He's gonna give him the play.
Little H2O, Coach.
Thanks, kid.
Look, I know I'm only the water boy. Actually, I'm not even the water boy. I'm just filling in. Anyway, the truth is...
Get to the point, kid. The game's almost over and I'm down by 6.
I think you should try the Anderson riffle.
Did you say the...
Look, another gap-toothed celebrity here, Vince Lombardi. Yeah, Caitlin has to fan herself.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. Famously gap-toothed.
The Anderson riffle.
You heard of it?
I'll say, 20 years ago, I coached high school ball. Some kid named Crazy Legs Anderson used the riffle to beat me. I've been trying to figure it out ever since.
Well, I'm Crazy Legs Jr., and I know how it works.
Okay, huddle up, I said. Huddle up, snap to it. And listen to the kid. He's got a great play.
Great play? That's a kid who came in last in the punt, pass, and kick competition.
Great coaches aren't necessarily great players. Listen up. Here's how it goes.
Pack is down by 6 with 2.
Crazy Legs was a famous University of Wisconsin running back, too. They have a fun run in his honor every year because his legs would kind of just flail out everywhere when he ran. So I wonder if somebody on writing staff was from Wisconsin. That's why they transposed it there. Because why not go with the Vikings? Like I know Louie Anderson's a big Twins fan and all, like Minnesota sports. But
yeah, it seems like they know their shit.
Yeah, and they got bratwurst at the concession. Right. So
no, the writers have definitely been to a Packer game before.
Have you ever tailgated at Ohio State, Caitlin?
No, I know. That's embarrassing that I haven't. I guess I should attend a game at some point just to say that I've done it. But no,
like sometimes even people who don't like the game like that culture of communally grilling out and getting drunk before noon.
Some people do.
Yeah,
some people do.
Some people do. There are people that exist like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Enough said.
It's on the clock. It all boils down to this, folks.
And hits and drops back. Chicago blitzes. Oh no! What is he doing? Henson is stopping to tie his shoe.
It's my play. It's the riffle.
Look, he's going. It's caught.
That's it. Now run.
He threw the shoe.
Henson has the ball. Look at him go. There he is at the 50, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. The Pack ties it up.
You Crazy Legs Anderson?
In the flash.
Good. Let's go. Coach wants to see you. Extra point. It's off. It's good!
Thanks. I was a little warm from all the excitement.
Green Bay wins it.
Coach Vince.
Crazy Legs Anderson. I've been waiting to meet you for years.
I bet you have. You're just lucky my kid begged me to disclose the riffle to you.
More coffee, Dina?
Now, Aura, you must at least know someone who knows someone who met someone famous.
I have an idea. Why don't we see how the Packers are doing? You know they're playing the monsters of the Midway.
Looks like Coach Vince has found a long-lost
Is
buddy
that
over
your
there.
husband?
Well, folks,
Oh, my stars.
I don't think...
No, she's nice right. Way to wrap up
And
the
he
B
has his
story.
arm around Coach Vince.
Did you guys see Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar?
Yeah.
The talking club in that reminds me of the club that they have where they're just playing cards and doing bunt cake and having fondue and stuff, and they're all Midwestern sort of ladies.
Totally. Suburban moms.
Yeah, exactly. It's that stereotype for a movie length.
Ours? I don't think... No, she's right. And he has his arm around Coach Vince. Look. Gracious me, it is Andy.
Goodness! This is so exciting. Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Oh, they look so happy together. They must be old friends. Don't you think they look like old friends? Well, actually, I'd like to...
Come on, no, stop closing it on me.
I'm proud of you, son.
Even if I never become a Packer?
Just because you won't be a Packer doesn't mean you can't be a hero. Hey, I'm the hero of the game. Come back here. He caught it.
Oh, run!
He's open.
Oh, run!
He's got it. Run! Run! Touchdown!
I'm telling you, that Vince is a genius.
Genius! Did I ever tell you about the Statue of Liberty play? I invented that play. That's right. It first came to me as I approached Ellis Island as a youth from my homeland of Sweden. Nothing more fun than watching a little pigskin
There's
with
life
dear
of
old
Louie.
Dad.
Going again, Dad.
Touchdown! We won it!
What about this, Caitlin? What about, you know how they play cornhole out in the tailgating area?
Yeah.
What about painting like one of the boards with like Beetle Bailey and the other one's like Yellow Kid?
Well,
And,
I'm
like,
in. That's all.
I don't know. I'm just trying to make it more enticing.
I actually have a cornhole set, so I can do. Yeah, I can.
Okay.
You know what? Honestly, I think I would actually really enjoy the tailgating experience. I've just
Yeah.
not had it yet myself.
Yeah, you don't even have to go to the game. Just do that sometime.
Yeah, I enjoy drinking excessively.
Yeah, that's the main
so-
part of tailgating, I think. So
That's the main
yeah.
thing about sports in general, really.
Yeah.
It's really about the drinking. We're not playing the sports. We're just sitting there watching them. It's an
Yes.
excuse for us to drink. So
Yes.
Well, I thought that was pretty good cartoon overall. I watched a few episodes and I thought pretty good of the ones we've done.
I kind of want to watch more because it
yeah.
kind of reminds me of like a Gene Shepard Christmas story. Like, oh, I remember when I was a kid, and you know what I mean.
He
Like,
narrates it and
I like those kinds. I like those kinds of stories, especially like,
double episode. Let's do another one.
all right. Well, how about this?
Let's not go that far.
Okay.
So,
All right.
other comedians and comedic actors have had their own cartoons in the past. I'm going to show you the animated version. You tell me who the actor is. This should be pretty easy, okay? All right. Who are we looking at in here?
Oh, I got it.
Just shout it
Can
out.
I just shout out Jerry Lewis?
That's right. This is from a cartoon from the 60s called Will the Real Jerry Lewis Please Sit Down?
Wow.
Which I have on DVD and we should probably do in a future episode. It's pretty good.
Wow. Okay. What year was that?
67, something like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
All right.
All right. I think we all know this one. Had to put it in here because I feel like in terms of like the modern comedian getting a show, it was the Prototype.
Mhm.
Because there's the live action parts, and even in the Louie one, there's like you see Louie a little bit in the intro. You know, seems to be how they would do it. All right.
Me, right? Is it?
It's George, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know this one? This
Hold on.
irritated
Hold
the
on.
hell out of me because of the voice.
I'm gonna take a guess. Is it John Leguizamo?
That's what I was gonna guess.
Nope, this is Bobby's World with.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
He did
It's-
Howie Mandel so much.
He did sort of his Gizmo voice for it. His like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
And as far as comedians go at that era, I feel like Howie Mandel and Louie Anderson were on the same plane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel
This
like they were
was
like,
a
yeah.
little earlier, I think, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I think
Oh yeah.
there's a character.
Yeah. I got it. Ed Grimley.
Yeah.
Martin
Yep.
Short. Yeah.
And this was the marvelously mental misadventures of Ed Grimley, which is a funny cartoon. I remember it being funny. I haven't rewatched it, but my
I
sister,
remember I watched it, but I don't remember anything about it.
it was part of a block with Beetlejuice, I think, and they're
Yeah.
both two kind of postmodern cartoons that are pretty.
my brain was like, you don't need to remember this. You can let this one go. What? Wait. Back up, Nick. Was that an autograph?
This
Martin
was,
Short.
yeah,
And him shaking hands with his animated character.
yep. They
And
always
so-
do the pose with, you know, we saw Louie at the beginning of the episode with his animated avatar.
And his character's taller than he is there.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, who's this?
Rosie.
Little Rosie.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's little Rosie.
She's
Yep.
a big deal in my world. She went to my high school.
Really?
Rosie
My high
O'Donnell did,
school
or
had,
Little Rosie?
Rosie O'Donnell, when she was little Rosie, went to my high school, as did Bob Costas. Yeah.
What?
Those are our two
Really?
famous people.
What city is that on Long Island?
Comac High School.
On Comac, okay.
Do you
All right.
keep in touch with them?
Oh yeah, regularly. I was actually on like an episode of Rosie O'Donnell's show in the audience, and I have a recording of it.
Oh, we gotta see that if there's any cutaways.
Sure.
Are you in the audience? Did we see?
Yeah, I'm in
you
it
the
like
audience?
multiple times.
Oh.
Did you stand up and like say, "I want to say something about the guest"? That person
They
needs.
never
to
know the name.
respect-" Yeah.
You with the blonde hair?
Here's what we'll do. So, Caitlin, you find that footage and then send it to us, and then we'll do the Rosie O'Donnell show, because I think we just showed like a clip from the.
Little Rosie.
Yeah, of Little Rosie, because we haven't actually showed it an episode of that yet.
Yes,
so.
yeah. If you can, or even if you have the tape, we'll digitize it. So
I think I have it. Yeah, I do have it digitized.
Oh, okay.
I will send it to you.
All right.
All
This one.
right, 2 weeks from now.
Yes. Who are we looking at here?
Jonathan Katz.
Yeah, Jonathan Katz. Yeah.
Yep, there's Jonathan Katz. Pretty good likeness. I knew about the cartoon version before I knew about the stand-up version.
Yeah.
What are we looking at here? This is a movie, not a.
I know this one.
Ooh, yeah, Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, this is Rover Dangerfield, and there's.
His eyes correct.
Still.
Do you know how many seasons? How many seasons?
This is not a. This is a movie.
Oh, it's a movie.
A movie that tanked, absolutely tanked.
What? Why?
Kids weren't interested in Rodney Dangerfield. Believe it or not.
The old man?
Even though he was in like Ladybugs and all these kids movies, I guess. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's John
Lovitz.
Yep, there's John Lovitz. Did not pose with the critic, but there's John Lovitz. This is a Simpsons creators or Simpsons writers spun off and created the critic. This one I had never heard of before researching this, but the only image was on Alamy with the watermark. So.
Well, was it Damon Wayans?
Oh.
Yeah.
But what's the cartoon?
Little Damon.
It's called Waynehead.
Oh.
Waynehead. This came out 96 or 97, 98. So probably after our cartoon watching times. But yeah.
Nice one, Caitlin.
Yeah, good pull on that one. Yep.
Yes.
Waynehead. And then the most recent one.
Oh yeah, Big Mouth.
Nick Kroll.
Nick Kroll, yeah. Yep. Which is good. I like that series. It's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of comedians. I feel like there's some missed opportunity. Like I would have loved an Emo Phillips cartoon growing up. Who else are we missing? Geechee Guy. I mean, why didn't he have one?
I feel like Fran Drescher should have had a cartoon.
You're right.
Like everyone with an obnoxious voice, I was really into.
And The Nanny had an animated beginning to it anyway. So they have the character models. Let's just make it into a cartoon.
I want to show you. There's one other one that you forgot.
Oh, yeah?
That's this one. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. That's the. This is Saturday morning cartoons. The cartoon.
Oh, the animated series.
Yeah.
That's us four.
Yeah.
Yes.
Character design
coming soon.
They clearly forgot Caitlin's glasses. But
yeah.
But otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, accurate. Yeah, I did forget about that.
And also I wanted to say about Life with Louie, like something about the character design, because like one of the things that makes really good character design is if you can recognize the character just from its silhouette. And so like if you looked at that dad character and the Louie character, you know, like they are very specific shapes that are identifiable like without any other details. And so
you're right. Yeah,
it's really good cartooning. It's a quality show.
It was. I think that might be one of the better ones we've watched so far. But is there any lesson apart from learn to love the Packers that we can glean from today's episode?
I think so. In the B plot of this episode, Louie's mom is upset that she's never met anyone famous. This is sad but not surprising. Fame and celebrity are the twin obsessions of the modern American psyche, which has warped our nation, and through its cultural dominance, the entire world. But what is the point of fame? Does having your face on TV shield you from existential pain? Does being followed by paparazzi make you important in the galactic scale of time? Does the rapt attention of infatuated strangers protect you when you wrap your Maserati around a Dollar Tree? Of course not. So don't waste your time trying to achieve fame. It's a meaningless and ultimately empty pursuit. And if you agree with me, please like, subscribe, and comment, and don't forget to vote George the Creep at this year's Sidekick Awards. And that's why I always say, the more you battle is twice the knowing.
You got my vote, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got 3 votes here.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards Steve, but but yeah, I don't want to give away my vote. But the Sidekick Awards are coming up very soon.
It is a secret ballot. So.
We actually should do the Sidekick Awards now. Caitlin, you'll be eligible. So yeah. Thank you so much for suggesting this cartoon. It is not one I would have picked out, but I'm glad we went on this journey together.
I want to watch it annually now, like at Packer games. Maybe it's like before the season kicks off, we watch this Louie episode, and then we can, you know what I mean?
Or get a big tailgating van and get a big flat screen on the tailgate and play that for the whole everybody out there at Lambeau Field out in the audience.
Definitely.
That's the penultimate Packer fantasy.
Well, I'll just get pumped. Well, Caitlin, thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Happy Shaturday!
Hey, kid, don't forget to enter the punt, pass, and kick contest.
Whoa!